Add to stream. There we go. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's yeah, 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 yeah. What's up? What's up, people? What's going on? What's going on, people? And to my Ghana people, if you're watching, or to Dang, or to Sang, what's going on? If you want to come on camera, please let me know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's not like that. I'm a nice guy. You know, just I want to get to know the people who are watching my content. So just let me know. Comment below. Let me know where you're from. Say hi. Say what's up. Um, I've got a bottle of some Corbel here that I'm gonna be popping. I wish you all would share this. We'll be able to share this with me. But yeah, see one thing when you're endeavoring on any type of journey, anything that you want to achieve, right? When you get to that point, you got to learn to celebrate the small successes. You got to learn to celebrate your success. Hey, what's up, Sade? Thank you for joining me on here. You got to learn to celebrate the small successes, pat yourself on the back, and make yourself feel good. Okay, because I mean, we live in such a polarized and negative world that when you do something positive, just like what I'm doing, you have to learn to congratulate yourself, to celebrate yourself, celebrate with the people around you, just like people. So at the beginning of this year, my goal, when I wrote down my goals at the beginning of the year, like most people do, or some people, one of my goals was to hit 1,000 subscribers, cross over the 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. And God being so good, I was able to achieve it on the 23rd. Was it 23rd? No, it was the 25th. Okay, the 25th, because that's my daughter's birthday. My daughter just turned 12 on the 25th. So it was amazing. It happened by, what do they call it, kismet or something? I don't know, but it happened. Yeah. So I'm just amazed, and I'm just really excited about the where this channel is going and the growth of this channel. I mean, it's just really exciting. Over the last, I want to say, probably within the last month, it's been pretty great. It's been pretty awesome. I just really concentrated on just creating content. The content that the audience wanted, and people have responded. People have responded to it, and it's amazing. And I started this channel because I wanted to bridge the gap between continental Africans and the African American diaspora. Okay. Some of you might know my story, some of you might not, but if you're watching this for the first time, uh, my mission for this channel is to create different avenues to help the African American community to get plugged into Ghana and extensively Africa. So, I moved here at the age of 12. My father brought me to Ghana because he'd been living here in the States for a really, really long time, probably since the 70s. So eventually, he brought me over here to come live with him and, my African American. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to I wish I had, I think I need to get an Ethernet cable plugged in here, because does my laptop have Ethernet? Hold on. 1 second. I'm not really sure, because the internet signal seems like it's a little bit weak. But anyway, we're just gonna keep moving. So yeah, I moved to the United States at the tender age of 12 to a town named Acton in Massachusetts. Actually, Boxborough in Massachusetts, but that was right next to Acton. So yeah, that's the type of household that I lived in. And, my father raised me as a Ghanaian dad with, Ghanaian morals and Ghanaian traditions and all that. My African American mom, she is from here, Texas. Had actually lived in Ghana on two different occasions because she was a Peace Corps volunteer. So she had lived in Ghana way before she actually met my dad in the United States. So I guess that's how they connected. And yeah, so I learned, growing up here. Yeah, thanks, Sade. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so growing up here, just being influenced by hip hop culture, and the type of household that I grew up in, just the environment of growing up as a black teenager in America, and just being influenced by American culture, and the one thing that actually got me to understand growing up black in America was a book by a gentleman who was a journalist, I believe, for the Philadelphia Inquirer, by the name of Nathan McCall. I read a book, I believe I was maybe about 15 or 16. I read a book called Makes Me Want to Holler. Yeah, and if anyone hasn't read that book, you should probably pick it up and read it. Or actually, especially if you're Ghanaian here in America and you don't really, because there's that disconnect, right? There's that disconnect between Africans and African Americans. So if you really want to understand the plight of Black people in America, that book encapsulates what has happened to Black people in America in a very specific and a very emotional and touching way. So the book is called Makes Me Want to Holler by Nathan McCall, Nathan McCall, Mccall. And yeah, that book basically talked about him growing up in America in the 60s and the 70s. And he actually ended up in the Vietnam War and came back. I believe he got locked up for a little bit. Eventually, he became a writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer. And it just colored growing up in the 70s and the 60s in such a way that it really got me to understand the plight of Black people in this country. So those are the things that influenced me, and of course, reading books like Malcolm X, the autobiography of Malcolm X, learn about Martin Luther King and all these people in, the civil rights struggle. And at that age, the age between 12 and 18 is a really, really impressionable age. And my mindset got impressed by all this information that I was learning, and if you're a child growing up anywhere, your environment is going to influence you. So that's the type of person I became. And I also went to a HBCU. Shout out to Hampton University. That's my home by the sea. And, just being around Black people and seeing that Black people are not monolithic. There were so many different Black people, so many shades and hues of our skin complexion. And I got to know that Black people are not the same. They're Black people are just different. Some Black people that are nerds. There's some Black people that want to act thug-like in college, and all types of different types of people, different types of personalities. So I got influenced by all of this, and it raised me to become the man that I am today. So just understanding that side, and also being from Ghana, I wanted to find a way to help bridge that gap, to close that lack of understanding between us. And, so that's where I'm at today. And I believe that it's being received well, at least I hope. The feedback that I'm getting, there's some funny commentary that I get on a couple of videos that I posted recently that is really, really interesting. It helps me understand the mindset of the things that are going on in the African American community. And, we got a lot of things that we have to work through as people, both here on this side of the Atlantic and on the other side, because we're both suffering from the same trauma, in Africa from colonialism, and here from, the transatlantic slave trade. Good evening, Kwame Olatunji, and is it Frederick? Frederick. Yeah, good evening. Thanks for commenting. And yeah, if anyone wants to jump on the live, I'm gonna post the link. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Invite. There we go. Here's the invite link. So yeah, so if anyone wants to jump on, please let me know. Just click on that link, and I can invite you, and then you can join in, and yeah, I'm going to stop the camera for 1 second and I'll be right back. I'm still here. It's only going to take a couple of seconds. All right. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, if anyone wants to jump in, please feel free. Yeah, because I believe us as Black people, we really, really, really need to we need to come together. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need to figure out a way to settle our differences and come together, because if not, where there's really no hope for us if we don't find a way to resolve our own issues. No other race is going to resolve the issues of Black people. Okay, now I know this is a touchy subject, and I'm going to touch on it a little bit. I'm not afraid to touch on emotional and touchy subjects. I'm reaching towards it a little bit with the content that I recently came out with over the last week. But there's of course the ADOS movement. There Black Americans here that want reparations. But to me, honestly, this is just my view, and maybe it's because I'm not African American. Yes, I've been in the United States for 30 years, over 30 years, but I'm also from somewhere else. To me, the reparations movement is an uphill battle. Now, I definitely understand where the ADOS is coming from, and the people who are big proponents of reparations, because African Americans really have been cheated. I read this other book about the banking system in this country and how African Americans were cheated out of the monies that they put in certain banks. And when those banks went out of business, they didn't pay out the insurance that they were supposed to pay out to African Americans. But for white people, their insurance was paid, because there were a lot of banks. When the banking systems first started and they got regulated, there were a lot of banks that went out of business, and some of the monies that were put into these banks by African Americans at the time, who had just started, getting into the banking system, they lost it. And it's so much. At some point I might do a review of that book, but it's an excellent book. And that book was actually written by an Iranian Iranian lady, of all people. She did it as her thesis for, I believe, graduate school. Yeah. Thank you. Frederick. Frederick, are you in Ghana right now, or where are you located? Yeah, let me know where you guys are located. Where you're calling from, or where you're watching this video from. Excuse me, I said calling, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this live. Let's see here. Copy link. Just give me a minute while I share this live with some folk. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. I know in Ghana, if you're watching this from Ghana, is kind of late, but I appreciate you guys for jumping on here. Yao, my guy, Yao. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. Watching from New York. Where in New York? Where in the big city? Bronx is like my second home. So if you're Ghanaian, you're probably in the Bronx. Parkchester and West Farms and East Tremont and all those places, Commonwealth Avenue. Let me know where you're watching from. The Bronx, what did I say? All the Ghanaians in New York are mostly in the Bronx. Where in the Bronx? Where in the Bronx, Esther? Let me know. Pelham Parkway. Yeah, yeah. I know that area. I've been over there a long, long time ago when I was younger. I used to hang out in New York in the summertime with my friends. All right, let me try to invite some people to join. There we go. Pelham Parkway. So how is it in New York right now? What's going on in New York? And feel free to jump on this live. Don't be shy. If you want to come on video, let me know because I'm gonna look. Let me send out the link again. Look, I don't bite. Okay, so just jump on here. Let me know if you got anything to say. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this bottle in just a little while because I'm really celebrating right now. I mean, this breezy but hot. Okay, I'm really celebrating right now because this week has been a celebratory kind of week because, like I said, my little girl's birthday was on Wednesday. She turned 12, and I took her out shopping today. So, I got to get better at promoting my lives. I've done a few lives, but I got to get better at promoting so people know that I'm going on live at a certain point. So in the future, I'm gonna get better at promoting. But yeah, I didn't really have time today because we went out and we just came back, and I had to eat a little bit and then jump on here. So, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I did this live today because I want to thank y'all for all the engagement, all the likes, the comments, the watch time, just watching my videos. I mean, I really really appreciate it. You don't know how good it makes a brother feel. I mean, right now I'm just on cloud nine right now. Y'all don't understand. You guys don't really understand, but yeah. So look, this is not just about congratulating myself. This is about congratulating you as well, because I want you to all feel like you're a part of my family, because I'm building a community of people that can plug African Americans into Ghana and extensively Africa. Because, we African Americans, there's some that want to get plugged in. There's some that are still really reluctant on Africa and Africans, and I kind of understand, but you just got to open your heart. Okay. And I gave an example in my last video. I have a close family member that I grew up with. We grew up as kids together, and then, we were separated for a while because I came over here to the United States and we didn't talk for a while because he was maybe, I left when I was 12. He was maybe 8 or 9 or maybe even 7. I don't quite remember how old he was, but so he moved to the United States later on, and then we got closer again. And then, at some point, as family members, we all have disagreements at some point. And, one day, exactly, you got to go back to the motherland and connect. And I can't wait to get back, hopefully next year. I mean, next year is my pray for me, this country, because of work and other commitments is harder. And I'm actually gonna touch on that. Please remind me if I forget. I'm gonna touch on, because one of the commenters on one of the videos, my last video, asked why I'm still here in the United States. Why don't I go to the motherland and contribute? And that was a great question. So yeah, I'm gonna touch on that in a little bit. But yeah, so what I was saying was that this family member of mine is a cousin, right? We had a disagreement one day on the phone. We're talking and we had a disagreement. And instead of letting him know that I felt some type of way about maybe what he said or, the kind of disagreement that we had, I didn't talk to him for months, for probably a good 6 months. I didn't talk to him. He probably called me once and I didn't answer and didn't return his call. So I'm over here stewing in my hurt, I'm all up in my feelings. And he's over there living his life. He didn't know about it, right? He didn't know that I was hurt about whatever happened or whatever he might have said. So one day I just got out of my pride and I called him and I let him know, like, look, I felt some sort of way about what happened back then. And he was like, you know what? Why didn't you let me know? Because I didn't even know that you were mad at me or whatever. I had no idea. I'm over here living my life. and doing what I have to do, going to work and living my life. And I didn't know that you over there heard about whatever. And it's the same thing that's happening between Africans and African Americans. Africans are over there struggling in the continent, trying to live life, trying to make it day to day. Some don't know. Some don't know. Thank you, Ronald. Some don't know what's going on over here. They some don't know when their next meal is coming from in Ghana, in many places in Africa. They don't. He was living rent free, and you're exactly, Esther. That's exactly what was happening, and it happens to a lot of us. It happens to a lot of us. He was living rent free in my head, and it's crazy. The mind, how powerful it is. The type of drama that the mind can create if you don't control your own mind. This mind that we all have, it is so powerful. It can create all sorts of drama. It's even better writer than some soap operas that have been All My Children and One Life to Live and all those soap operas, General Hospital. It can create better dramas than all those television writers. So he was like, yeah, why didn't you tell me? Like, if we got a beef, man, we'll hash it out. Just let me know, And it's the same thing that's happening. Africans are trying to make it day to day, and African Americans are here. They're also trying to make it in their own way, even though it might be easier to live here because, America, if you have a good job, you can make it, But there are a lot of Africans that don't know about the transatlantic slave trade. They don't know what their ancestors did because it's not taught, and in some schools, yes, it might be taught, it might be touched on a little bit, but not with the same, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to have the same concentration as here because it happened here in America, right? So it doesn't hit the same way if it's being taught somewhere in a classroom in Accra or Kumasi or even Nairobi or Mombasa, Kenya. It's not going to hit the same, right? It's just going to be a part of the curriculum, and yes, you move on to something else, right? So that's it. They don't know. Before I moved here at the age of 12, I didn't know. I passed those slave dungeons in my between when I was like 4 and 12, because it's smack Cape Coast where those slave dungeons are, smack dab in the middle between Accra, where I lived, and Second D, where I was born, where my grandmother used to live. My mother and my grandmother lived, and I lived in Accra with my aunt. So we used to go back and forth and visit. And we passed by there. I saw those buildings, didn't know what happened there until I came here to the States. So we have a lot of issues to work through. We're all suffering from the same mental anguish. My throat is getting a little parched, so I think it's time for my core bell. So I'm just gonna open this up. Let's see if I can. It's been a while since I opened champagne. I don't really usually drink champagne. I'm more of a wine drinker. All right, so I'll let you know how this goes. There we go. Woo! Whoa! Cheers. Yeah. We got to learn to celebrate the small successes, okay? So cheers, everybody. Thank you. Yeah. As Marty Marr used to do back in the day. You all used to watch Martin? He used to go like this whenever he drinks some champagne. He'd go like, cheers, Ronald. Thank you. Thank you for consuming my content. I really, really appreciate it. This champagne is a little bitter than what I'm used to back in the day anyway, when I drank some champagne. So I appreciate you guys so much. Cheers, Esther. So yeah, There's a brother that commented on my last video, and he asked me, what am I still doing here? Like, why don't I go to Ghana and contribute? And yeah, ideally, I would love to go to Ghana and contribute because that's my home. America is also my home because I've lived here longer than I've lived in Ghana. But yeah, but I mean, I have a commitment here. I have children. I have children who are used to the American system. They're going to school. My oldest is a freshman in high school right now, so it'll be really hard for me to just move to Ghana by myself. And moving to Ghana, anywhere in Africa, and if you've been used to this system, shout out to Newark Fiesta Fighter. I've been to Newark one time for just a few hours. So I don't know if you are in Newark right now, but cheers to you. Yeah, so moving to Ghana takes a lot of planning. I mean, it's not something that you just do. It's like, hey, I'm moving to Ghana. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Um, you need to have a really, really solid plan. You need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, and D, maybe even E. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even E. So it's not something to be done lightly, because what would happen if you go to Ghana, if you move to Ghana without any solid plan, you're going to end up being broke. And then you're going to come here back to America. Ever since I was a kid, my father has told me about many of his friends that moved to Ghana all through the years, because my father's been here since the 70s. So he knows a lot of Ghanaians, especially in the Houston area where he lived for a very long time. Exactly. You can't just go to Ghana just like that, And I have family there. A lot of my family is still there. So if I go to Ghana, I'm gonna have certain commitments, to the family, because I'm somebody who lived in America for a really long time, and I'm coming home. I'm coming home with dollars, so they're gonna be expecting certain things from me. That's the harsh reality. So it's a heavy crown to bear. If I move to Ghana, I have to be really prepared, financially, emotionally, for the different commitments, for a lot of different facets, the environment, people, they're dealing with traffic issues, dealing with people's emotions, dealing with my own expectations of what Ghana is supposed to be, and the things that I would expect from Ghana and people in Ghana. Things like customer service. You get used to a certain way of living if you're born here, or if you've lived in the United States for a really long time. You get used to a certain standard. It's just like if you go to, let's say, a place like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A I love their customer service. Whenever you say thank you, they say my pleasure. They go to Chick-fil-A University, I believe. I'm just giving you an example. If you've been to Chick-fil-A, you go to Chick-fil-A twice a week, right? For a whole year. And then you go to McDonald's after that. You're going to be disappointed, because McDonald's customer service, they don't really care about customer service like that, like Chick-fil-A. So you've gotten used to a certain standard. So when you move to Ghana, it's just completely different. Things are not the same, So that's why people sometimes get disappointed, because they see this life that's being presented on social media of Ghana. You see the parties, you see the celebrities going over the last few years, celebrating the holidays, and you think that it's like that, but that's just the holidays. Living in Ghana is something completely different than the holidays, So yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah. So yeah, if anyone, please, I want people to join me on, I want y'all to join me on this live here. Okay, so here's the link. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you guys were seeing it before or not, but yes, you have to have a solid and stable money making job. Otherwise, yeah, you do. You do. It's not easy when you have kids. It's definitely not. Oh, excuse me. That's champagne. Yeah. So if you, I left the link on there. If you want to join me on video, don't be shy. I'm not gonna bite. I just want us to celebrate together, have some fun. That's it. You know. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. My father, who's who watches a lot of YouTube as well. He I make you thirsty. Hey, go ahead and go to a bodega and get you something to drink. Go to the bodega in the corner. I know you have one around the corner somewhere. Um, yeah, I was saying, my father who watches a lot of YouTube. He often send we send each other back YouTube videos back and forth, and he just sent me a video about Kwame Nkrumah. That I believe the video. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but I believe the video is of Farrakhan, and he's saying that America does not want to see the vision of Kwame Nkrumah of a United States of Africa. So, do you guys think that's true? That the powers that be, like America, maybe China or the European Union, wouldn't want to see a United States of Africa? Let me just return this text real quick. Whew. So let me know. So Ronald, where are you located? Newark Fierce Fighter. Are you in Newark? Okay, you guys, give me 1 second. I think my kids need my attention. Basically, they're right on the other side. So just hold on. I'm gonna stop the camera for a second. I'll be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, my kids. Life of a dad. Yeah, how's Newark? Rough. Woo. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, I might have to cut this live short a little bit because I actually have to go pick up my wife from somewhere else. So but I might come back. I mean, if you guys want to continue this live when I get back later on, just let me know. Comment below if you want to come back. If not, that's come back. I mean, if you that's also cool. But yeah, just let me know if you'll be available to join me later on when I get back, maybe in about an hour or so. and then maybe you'll be ready to come on camera. Since you guys are so shy, you guys are so shy to come on camera, but it's okay. I know you guys are not used to. This is not something that you guys do, so it's all good. So Sade, Kwame, Frederick. Let's see who else is on here. Yao, Esther. Let's see who else is on here. Ronald. Yeah, I have to do more of these. This is pretty cool. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on here and engaging with me. I really, really appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just say thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm gonna have some more videos coming down the pipeline, so keep watching me. Please keep supporting me. I'm gonna go to Ghana soon because I can't wait, man. I really can't wait. I miss Ghana so much. I don't know about you guys if you're Ghanaian or if you've been to Ghana before, but the last time I left Ghana, I was so sad. And I know if you've been to Ghana and you when you get to the airport or even just the last few days and you know that you're about to leave, you start getting kind of sad because just the spirit of being in Africa is just amazing. And so thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate you guys for just honoring me with your presence. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you guys. And, I'm going to keep putting out amazing content as best as I can. I've really grown over the last year with what I'm doing. And YouTube is amazing because you're able to reach people that you never thought of meeting, that you never thought would connect with you. Just through the power of YouTube and the internet. You're drinking ginger ale. Thanks, Esther. Thank you. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. But I only want you to subscribe if you're going to watch my videos, if you're going to engage with my content. But I thank you either way for getting on here, joining me today. But hopefully I'll catch you on the next live. I really, really appreciate it. I love y'all. And thank you for your time. So this is your man, King Anan, signing out, and I'll catch you on the next video.